Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode with Galactic Mystic. I'm your host, Candace, and as you can tell with today's title, we are going to be diving into this new moon in Virgo, and I am super excited to be talking about this. I first want to talk about the energy that you are going to be experiencing during this time that will include not only Virgo's energy, but also the other planets that will be contributing to this new moon, what to expect, maybe what to embrace and what to allow into your vortex of a field. On top of that, we're going to be doing a collective reading for you. So as normal, please sit back, relax, get some tea, your coffee, a notebook, and get ready to take some energy notes because this new moon is super potent in a way that will help you be more aligned to your abundance and what you're trying to create in a more feminine, energetic, communicative way. So this new moon will be happening this Saturday, August 27th, 2022. If you are living across the pond, this will be hitting you around 9:17 in the morning. If you are living in New York, East Coast energy, you will be hitting this around 4:17 in the morning. And if you're like me, you are on the West Coast, you should expect this new moon to happen for you around 1:17 in the morning. Now, this energy is really potent to me just because I am a Virgo rising, so I feel heavily just attached to this energy. Not only that, but I have created a feminine prosperity workshop that will be happening this Friday on Venus Day, the day before this new moon. And I really wanted to create this prosperity workshop for a number of reasons, but mostly because of the fact that a lot of us may not really know what it means to really tap into their true prosperity, not abundance, but prosperity, and really tapping into that femininity in regards to this. I'm going to be having my feminine prosperity workshop happening on a Friday, which, if you know, Fridays are for Venus Fridays. Again, heavy on that femininity is really heavy. And then on top of that, we're going to be ending on Moon Day, which is on Monday, which is another feminine energy. And so for me, with my Virgo rising, with the workshop that I have been created, this energy just really excludes a lot of femininity, growth, grounding, being able to communicate what you want, healing, manifesting. And I just really hope that you are interested in the same energy and wanting to cultivate that for you during this time of the new moon. As I just looked at the clock, it says 3:44. And if you have been following me for a while or just listening to the podcast episodes, whether it's on the podcast or it's on YouTube, you know that the number 44 has been following me heavily. So this just is a very good energy that we should just continue on with this particular podcast episode for you. So I'm recording this on Sunday. I thought this would be a really beautiful day to record it and just to get it to you guys before the weekend happens. Today is Sunday in reference to the sun energy, and without Earth, you kind of need the sun to really amplify this. So I just thought today's energy was very perfect to sit down, chit chat, and talk about this energy. So getting into the actual energy of today, when you add the dates of August 27th, 2022, they equal out to the number 23. And if you listen to our New Moon in Leo episode, I talk about how the number 23 is related to the royal star number. And with today's date, or the Virgo New Moon date, equaling out to the number 23, this just heavily carries out with that loyalty, royalty, definitely destined, things that you were supposed to receive kind of energy. Now, I want to apologize if you hear some kids screaming just now. Those are my neighborhood kids. I don't know what you want me to say, but kids will be kids, and it is only 3:14 or 3:44, in the afternoon on Sunday. So can't control that, but if you hear random screams, that's what you're hearing. So like I said, the number 23 is a royal number, meaning it is considered the most powerful due to its characteristics of leadership and freedom. Then when you think about the number 23, that can be reduced down to the number 5, and the number 5 is a shift number. It is a change in the air kind of number. It is, if you're allowing them to really come in, then things would really allow to be aligned for you in that aspect. So the energy and the numbers alone really are saying that if you are ready to make a shift, that you're ready to make an understanding that everything that you are doing has a meaningful purpose. It is not only connected to source, but it's also connected to you. And this is what makes this day super powerful. I would also say that with this number, we have that Virgo is an earth energy. It is a earth element zodiac sign. And with earth being obviously nature, there is heavily on you helping amplify your own energy during this time. So not only that, but when you look at how the number 4 is heavily throughout this transit, it is very important on how the 4th degree plays a heavy part. So the number 4 is in the degrees of the moon and the sun. So both the moon and the sun will be in 4th degrees in Virgo. And then also at the timing of this transit, Mars will be in the zodiac sign of Gemini, which is also in 4 degrees. So when you think about the number 444, it is heavy played out today with just being in the moon, the sun, and in the energy of Mars. Now, the number 4 is heavy on the energy of Earth. Virgo is an earth element zodiac sign, and there is the north, east, west, and south. There is 4 seasons on the earth. So again, the number 4 is very prevalent. And as I stated before we started, I saw the number 44. So again, this energy is just really excluding like mother nature, stability, really just being in your energy and really cultivating that. The number 4 represents healing. It's manifesting. It is true purpose. It's stability. It's security. It's also your natural state as well as you being able to receive. So as we're going through this energy of this new moon, which you can expect to feel 3 days before and 3 days after, I heavily would like for you guys to just be mindful of that, you know, the number 4 is here. It's all about healing, manifesting, really being aligned to your true purpose, being able to receive, being able to really cultivate the energy of Virgo. And Virgo does rule the gut. It rules your stomach. It rules also the nervous system. So noticing when you are feeling anxious or noticing your own body energy, like how your body is being able to tear down certain energies, especially if you're eating, right? Like, so being able to eat healthy, taking care of your exercising, allowing yourself to be really grounded, being centered, being out in nature, things like this is what this new moon in Virgo is all about. And I also just want to say, as an additional bonus, as we get into more of the logistics of Virgo, as a Virgo rising, I heavily live my life and see my day-to-day structure in the form of to-do lists, routines, paying attention to my body, paying attention to how my nervous system is reacting to certain things subconsciously and cautiously. Because if you are trying to, let's say, change the energy in regards to your finances or your abundance, but you're noticing that your body is physically reacting, that is your nervous system not really in alignment to what your money blocks are or the money problems that you're having, and it's causing your body to physically react. And so again, with this Virgo being an earth, when you think of pentacles in the tarot is earth. So being really grounded and centered, checking in with your body, making sure you're eating healthy, giving it its nourishment that it needs, like water and sleep. This will also help cultivate you during this time of the new moon in Virgo. So now let's go ahead and dive into the energy of Virgo as well as Gemini. Now, Virgo and Gemini are ruled by the planet of Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. This is where, as a Virgo rising, I feel like this is like my forte. I like speaking. Hello, I'm doing a podcast. I love like communication in that instance. So for me, this energy of the new moon is really heavy on communication, and not only communication on how you speak to others, but also the communication you speak to yourself, also the communication that you're doing if you are trying to manifest during this new moon in Virgo. If you're trying to utilize affirmations or scripting, things that would display your words in that form of communication, it's going to be very heavy and very more potent just because of how this is a new moon and Gemini is in Mars, and the transit energy that this is creating is really heavy. Now, you may be really inspired through this because Gemini is in the planet of Mars, so there may be really fast increase inspiration, really concentrating on your powers, be more innovative. This energy helps you become more magnetic. You may come across very attractive. You may open to different types of ideas that you never really thought were possible. And that is because of that Gemini energy. It's fast paced. Again, it is duality. It is seeing things from both sides to where you're more open to receiving, not only from other people, but then also for yourself. And then also probably to display or communicate that to the collective as well. As I mentioned earlier, both Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, and Gemini is a fast-moving zodiac sign. Mars is a fast-moving planet. On top of that, Virgo is an earth sign. So there may be this energy that you're trying to move towards more stability, more things that feel conducive to your productivity, your abundance, your prosperity, your finances, your home. You may feel more flexible about doing things instead of being so rigid and having it to be, in your ducks in a row. This also may help you create more movement towards things that suits best for you instead of you trying to do things that are out of placement, especially since we are moving out of Leo season, where Leos have that tendency to kind of be that character and to try to fit the mold or be something that they're not, or faking the funk, if you will. So this being more suited to you, be more real, be more yourself is probably going to be very heavy. So just be cautious not to worry or overreact or disrupt your flow when it comes to working towards your goals, because it may feel like it's unattainable, especially if you have high intentions on not only yourself, but what you're trying to create. So just allow yourself to be in that flow and that rhythm. That is that feminine aspect of Virgo, to be in that rhythm and not so rigid. Now, again, with that feminine energy, you definitely want to trust your emotions. And if there's anything that is not in resonant for you, then definitely let them go. If they do not fit your space, then please do not get lost in the sauce. Please do not try to force shit. Please do not try to make things work for you. If it is just not vibing, and if it is not part of something that feels really good to you, then please let it go due to this energy. Now, the new moon will also allow you to be more open to different perspectives, allow you to open your mind. This energy will continue to help you manifest in a more energetically way that lets you focus on what is growing. Now, I'm saying this because, again, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and then we also have Gemini. So what you place your attention to, it is going to grow. What you are allowing your thoughts to be is what helps fuel your emotions, and that leads to your actions. And so as a feminine coach, I tell my clients that all the time. And even if you heard me on my live streams giving those tarot card readings, I always tell to you guys that your thoughts create your emotions and your emotions create your actions. This is heavy during this time. Because of that, you need to really understand that wherever you're placing your energy in regards to your thoughts, it's going to fuel your emotions to the thing you're trying to create, which then create your actions afterwards during this new moon. Are you going to be consistent? Are you going to set blocks? Are you going to be real focused and driven towards your manifestation? Are you actually going to put in the work to put in a certain routine to make this manifestation grow? It really just depends on you and how you really want to come off. But again, what you focus your attention will immediately grow. Now, with this Mars energy, it is going to help you stay fired up. Now, I believe Mars and Gemini is going to be with us for a minute. And I think until like the beginning of this year. Don't exactly quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be going up to at least 7 months. So that's a long time of this Mars energy really being like here. So if we're allowing ourselves to stay focused, to allow this energy to push us forward, things within our life, especially if you are manifesting, will help cultivate this very, very beautiful. Now, the last thing I do want to talk about, which is just a little bit energy of just Venus. I just feel like I have to talk about that just because Venus is obviously a feminine energy. And with this being a feminine moon, I just want to talk about how Venus will be oppositioning Uranus. And this could bring some changes within your relationships. So just be a little cautious. Relationships, doesn't matter their title that you have given them, it could be platonic, family, romantic, yada, yada, yada. Things could switch up for you in that thing. Some of you may want to break free. Some of you guys may feel a little bit more pleasure. Some of you guys may be more aware of your emotions than normal. So just wanted to give that out as a little caution of air for you guys so you're not feeling like a little bamboozled in regards to how you may be feeling with your said person or people that you are involving in your inner circle. So that's pretty much all the energy I want to talk about with this new moon in Virgo. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into your guys' collective energy reading. All right, family. So per usual, if you would like to know any of the decks that I'm using, I will make sure to put it down in the description box for you. I am currently using the Modern Witch Tarot. So we're just going to see what the overall energy is for this reading. I feel like the majority of the cards we'll get is from the Ethereal Tarot deck, and we'll probably use that after I shuffle the Oracle cards. So with that being said, spiritual family, okay, now I feel centered. What message do you have for this collective that's listening to either on YouTube or the podcast? What are the messages? Okay, I heard that's it. There was only 2 cards that were face down, so we're not going to use those. But the first cards that did come out, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse with the 3 of Wands upright. We then have the Death card, the 7 of Pentacles upright, and then we have the Knight of Swords. Automatically, just looking at these 5 cards, I'm getting with the 10 of Swords in reverse that if you are really done with this chapter of bad seasons, that's all I got. Like at the beginning of this year, the summer, spring, there may have been a lot of bad energies around you, or you were probably in a very toxic feeling mindset. This Ten of Swords is saying mentally you are saying you're done with these chapters, and with the 3 of Wands, it's really saying that because of your readiness to be done with these things mentally, you are now putting your energy towards things that you really, really want and desire. These are things that are long term. They are not something that comes in very fast and short lived. These are things that you really want to cultivate for yourself. I mean, this could be a really strong business. This could be buying yourself a home. For some of you guys, it may actually be a lot of traveling, especially since I'm looking down the 3 wands. There are sailboats and she's looking out to the sea. So there may be something about you changing your foundation a lot, especially too also with her shirt being red. Like her dress is red, reminds me of your root chakra. Just really being like noticing, figuring out your foundation and how things have not really worked out for you, especially if they had anything to do with codependency, you not feeling good enough, your money blocks. There is something here about you changing that rhetoric and allowing yourself to be really anew during this new season of Virgo and this new moon in Virgo. Especially since we do have right next to it the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, so heavy on the alchemism. Also, shout out that I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio and Virgo seem to go very well with that darkness, but then that tending in goddess energy. So definitely on that dark femme, but then light femme. That may be something for someone, but it definitely does feel like with this energy of new moon And Virgo, you're allowing yourself to be transformed or transmute your stuff from the past to be more stable, more fixated on what you want to do and cultivating that. And I'm really saying that because of the next card is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is that hard work. It is tending, it is nourishing, it is giving your things that you're trying to cultivate, that is your foundation or your money, like really giving it enough time to grow, and you're paying attention to it and giving it what it needs. So whether that is you changing your mindset, if that's you changing jobs, if that's you, quitting certain people, not letting people into your life, whatever it is that you're doing, you are changing and you're making the initial and necessary steps in order for you to really see your potential or see the growth that you really want. I truly believe that during this new moon, you're going to get a lot of different downloads and inspirations, especially since we have that Mercury energy of within Virgo and Gemini. This card that the Knight of Swords represents is an Aquarius. It is Libra. It's air energy. So that energy of just like receiving information and seeing the synchronicities, allowing yourself to be really in that mindset of like, I felt it, I see it. Blush me. Confirmation. Confirmation that was for somebody. Also, he's riding on a white horse. So this tells me heavy, like you got to believe in yourself and be really confident, trusting divine, God, whoever, however you see them, that they're guiding you and leading you into the right direction for you. As well as with the saddle that he's sitting on or she's sitting on is pink. So heavy on the self-care, that self-love, really trusting yourself and going with it. When you think about the Knight of Swords, this is the knight that literally is rushing in to give all the soldiers the information from the general. So he has to come in hot, heavy, fast, and in time. Like it can't be waited for a minute or two. Like if the general is saying you need to tell the soldiers to move this way, that is when the knight is coming in and following those orders. So it really is thinking in that mindset, right? Like if you're receiving this download or message or synchronicity, whatever you were feeling before, it is the universe saying like, we're matching you to that energy. Like whatever you're feeling inside, yes, do it. Because what you're saying to yourself, we are also agreeing and trying to help you understand that that is the energy and direction you need to be going in. So follow that energy, allow yourself to really move in that caliber, because the more you are really tuning into yourself and creating from that aspect. Bottom of the deck, we do, Bottom of the deck, we do have the Two of Cups. So when I see this card, some people like to say that, oh, it's a relationship and someone's coming in, and I'm not really viewing it that way. My intuition is really saying that you are really talking to yourself and really being in alignment in that sense emotionally. Like you're understanding your stuff more closely and more thoroughly, you're having more of the guts, more the loyalty and the leadership aspects. I'm only saying that not only because of how the number 23 is heavy on this new moon, but also because in this Two of Cups card, there is a lion in it. And then there's a kundalini right underneath the lion's head. So real alignment, really being in tune to yourself. A lot of self-care and self-love in this too with all this pink. So it just really feels like you're making the changes. Underneath that, the Two of Cups, we do have another knight. This is the Knight of Wands. So literally going heavy with your passions. These are two knights, y'all. These two knights are really saying, yo, go with it and go ham. Like you want it, do it. You want to have it in your life, you got to embrace it. You got to really feel it. As I'm saying, this is 4:20 on the clock. When I think about that, 4 + 2 is 6. 6 is the number of 2022. The number 6 is heavy on balance. It's heavy on harmony. It's heavy on alignment. And speaking of alignment, look at that. The card underneath that is Temperance. Yo, I can't make this shit up. This is for y'all. Y'all need to be more in alignment to what you're doing. Temperance is alignment not only in your emotions, but also feeling grounded. And it's also in relation to what I was just saying about your spiritual family guiding you, because in a Temperance, she has wings on her and they're red. She's covered in the chakra colors, which has the Trinity symbol of a triangle. She's literally balancing 2 cups of water with one foot in the water and the other foot on the ground. seriously, if you are becoming balanced with yourself and what you really want to do and staying focused on that and having your mindset, again, going back to that, if you're controlling or managing your thoughts, it's going to control your emotions, which ultimately controls your actions. So becoming really aligned in this aspect really is going to help you be in alignment to what you're meant to be doing, what you're meant to be focusing on as we're moving into this fall season. So I really want to go ahead and pull out some more cards. We're going to dive into the Intuitive Luna Oracle deck. This deck is produced by Occult Media, which is also the media company I have created, which is all about curating to those spiritual soul energies, the star seeds, and artists. And so this deck we're going to be using to see what information can we also get in regards to the moon. What information does my collective listening to this need to be honing in on? I'm really just grateful for this aspect too, just like to see what the energy of this new moon in Virgo is supposed to be bringing to you. I heard two more. Wow, beautiful. All right, bottom of the deck, we have surrender. As you're listening to this, is probably going to be the time of the moon of the waning crescent, which is all about surrendering. So if you are hearing this or seeing this before the new moon, which is happening this Saturday, please take a moment to surrender your energy. Please take a moment to surrender what you're feeling and going with the flow. Don't be afraid to feel what you're feeling and let yourself feel. So as you're going into this new season, this new moon, this new month, allow yourself to let go of things that are not fitting you. As I'm saying that, the only card that is referencing a block is family. So if there's something in regards to your family within yourself that you're feeling that you know you need to let go, I would highly recommend that you allow yourself to let go of these structures and become more aligned to what you truly want in your life. The first card that came out we do have is Eat Fruit, which makes heavily sense. Again, Virgo rules the gut. So eat healthy. Eat some more fruit. Eat some more lively things. We do have the moon in Taurus, which to me, when I hear that, it's like, what are you cultivating? Taurus rules the second house. Second house is all about what you own and how you want to make your money and the relationship that you have with money. So how's your relationship? What are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to grow? What are you trying to develop? Allow yourself to really understand that it's going to take time to nourish this. It's going to take time for you to really grow this seed. But if you're trying to grow your money and the things that you're trying to develop, take your time, be in alignment to it, really focus on that energy. The next card represents that what I just said. It says that it's the fourth quarter moon. So take actionable steps. What steps do you need to be doing in order for you to cultivate your abundance, to allow this seed, to allow your manifestations to really grow the way you want them to grow? Take those steps. And it really goes hand in hand with Virgo too. As I mentioned earlier in this episode, that Virgo is all about routines, your home life, your work life, especially if you have a home business or you're trying to cultivate a home business. Like, what is those routines? What do you need to be doing? Are you eating healthy? Are you giving yourself that time to meditate, to center before you go to work? Are you listening to the feminine energy to know exactly what you really need to be doing? Like, you know what I mean? So really take an initial energy of yourself. Take note of what you're feeling and going through so that you're in alignment to this thing that you're trying to create or trying to manifest. Speaking of manifesting, the fourth card that came out is Manifesting Healing. Kind of makes me go back into that family blockages. Like, if you're healing something or this is what you're manifesting, then it's absolutely in the cards for you. It's definitely a part of your your journey. If you're manifesting healing in any sorts, I feel like that can also be in relation to your finances or just friends and family or even self-sabotage, right? Like you're manifesting more of that healing aspects within you, so that you're feeling more in tune to your own energy and aligned to your own energy. Next, we actually do have the new moon, which is fresh starts and new beginnings. So what are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to do? It kind of goes hand in hand with what I've been saying so far, which is really beautiful. The next card that came out is self-care. Celebrate yourself. Yes, absolutely. You should be celebrating all aspects of your journey. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. You need to be giving yourself those kudos, because by giving yourself those kudos, you're seeing things at the present moment and not only celebrating the big wins. You should be giving yourself those small wins too. Those small wins are how you got to the big win. So celebrate yourself. If that means you're not doing shit for the rest of the day and you're just being a lazy bum and eating some ice cream, well, baby, that is you celebrating you because you got to where you are today. If that means that you're actually taking yourself out on a date when you hardly spend money on yourself, do it. Whatever is going to view for you as a form of self-care for you, you should be celebrating that aspect within you. Now, the last two cards that came out are the Cancer moon and then the Pisces moon. With the Pisces moon, I feel like if your dreams have been really crazy lately, you should be paying attention to those dreams. You should be paying attention to your emotions in regards to what you felt, what you sensed, what you experienced, taking a dream journal. Your higher self, your counsel, as well as your mind can only talk to you in your dreams if you allow it. Like your subconscious can only talk to you really in your dreams because that's the only time that it is active. During the day, it is dormant. Now, your intuition, that's the one that's more potent. That's the feminine energy. Your downloads that you receive, that's also probably your higher self as well as your spiritual counsel. These energies also do core-line to the Pisces energy. So whatever it is in regards to that state, whatever I said that made sense to you, I would absolutely be more open to what you're hearing and experiencing, and writing it down so you don't forget what you are feeling and experiencing. Now, in regards to the Cancer moon, I like how I put this next to the family blockages, and it just kind of makes me go back to how Cancer is ruled by the moon. Moon is heavy on the mother wounds, heavy on the nourishing. And if you have not been receiving or getting any forms of that in that nature, I would highly recommend that you allow yourself to really tap into your mother wounds and heal those aspects that you are currently experiencing. Because when you think about it, you know, Cancer again is ruled by the moon. And so this mother energy that you're experiencing may be also be in relation to these blockages. But again, this new moon in Virgo is really saying like, celebrate yourself, heal those wounds, allow yourself to really be in alignment to what you really want. Because the more you are in alignment to what you really want, you are really cultivating the life that you truly desire. Eat more fruits. Take a look at your finances and see how they really are in relation to what you're trying to cultivate and grow. Also, again, because Taurus rules the second house, so your money, how you're looking at money, whatever it may be, if you're trying to grow a business, allow yourself to be in alignment to that. On top of that, we have actionable steps with the first quarter moon. Whatever you are manifesting in regards to your healing, it's working. Just continue to allow yourself to tap into this new beginning that you have allowed and have asked that the universe gives you. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to how you are celebrating yourself and not celebrating yourself. The more you can be in that present moment is the more you can allow yourself to really move in that direction. And again, bottom of the deck, we have the surrender card, which is the waning crescent. What do you need to let go of between now and the new moon, and focus on that energy? Now, let's go ahead and dive into some more cards. I felt really called to pull out my crystal deck. I feel, you know, with it being a earth energy, it was very potent that we do some form of earthy cards. And so, let's dive into that. As I cut the deck, the card is Moldavite, which is having a more open-mindedness. And then we also have Obsidian, self-reflection. If that wasn't what I just said with the moon energy, I don't know what is, but I feel like that me cutting that deck literally just summed up what I just said, which is also very freaking beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards here, and then we will see what the universe has for you in regards to more of this crystal energy for this new moon. All right. What message do you have for this collective in regards to this new moon? The first card that came out, y'all, no lie, is Obsidian. Self-reflection, family. What do you need to self-reflect? That surrender card is coming out again. If there's some blockages here, please take a moment to assess that. You can't go nowhere if you're still hanging on to the past. If you're trying to move forward, please allow yourself to move forward in that aspect. It's only going to help you in the long term, not this short term kind of thing. I heard one more. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. The last card that flew out is Optical Calcite, which again to me is a little funny because the meaning behind this card is clearing. So with this obsidian and this optical calcite, what do you need to self-reflect on? What do you need to clear your mind on? What do you need to let go? 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 That's all I keep hearing right now from my own counsel. Like, what do you need to let go? It's like you already know it. You just don't want to face it. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, you may be feeling a little scared to do it, but fear is only illusion. Fear is what you make it be. So if you allow that fear to overcome in your own mind, which then creates your emotions, which then reflects your own form of action, then it's only blocking you. It's only blocking you. The next card that came out is Focus Quartz, which makes me go into that Seven of Pentacles energy. Like, where are you putting your focus on? What do you need to focus on? There's a lot of things you could be allowing yourself to be more in alignment to. So what are you doing? The next card that came out is Hematite, which is concentration. Again, this focus energy. Also, these two cards are the crown chakra. So heavy on the protection, heavy on like the mindset and your mind. What you focus your energy on, remember, is what you grow. Then we have Ocean Jasper, which is all about renewal. So to me, this makes me feel like, you know, ocean, feminine. We also had the Cancer and the Pisces energy, which is all feminine. It is flowy. Renewal is a lot of like, I just heard the word baptism, but you know, renewal, setting yourself up for something different. You're letting go. You're feeling more fresh and cleansed that way. Yeah. Allow yourself to feel that. The next card that came out is Resolution with Aragonite. With I here with resolution, I feel like this is more or less you kind of closing that door to have your resolved response or resolved answer, getting to the bare minimum, like the bare bones of what you're trying to do and resolving it and letting it go. Yeah. The next card I see is Pyrite. Even though Pyrite is a money abundance kind of card, it does have the word willpower on it. So again, this willpower to continue on, to allow yourself to be in alignment of this said thing, to resolve the past and not be fearful of it. It's going to help out. Now with this energy of innovation, this is the crystal of tangerine quartz. Innovation, what are you doing? What do you want to innovate? What do you want to create? Heavily on the Knight of Swords here of like innovation, ideas. What are you feeling that is a part of you that you need to be allowing yourself to stay focused on? The last few cards are all yellow, which tells me a lot about this energy. It makes me feel of your solar plexus and how really that solar plexus is generated by the fact you feeling successful and you really being in tune to your actual energy as an inner child. So what is it? How is that energy in regards to you? And how can you allow yourself to be more in align to this solar plexus energy? The first card we have is Prehenite. Candace, I'm sorry, I can't read y'all. But it says for self-sufficiency, taking leadership. Wow. I said taking leadership. I didn't even notice that the next card is Sunstone, leadership. So yeah, taking leadership, becoming in control of your own actions and cultivating it, maybe becoming that boss in your job. Speaking of boss, we have Citrine, which is success. Next, after that, we have Serpentine, which is confidence. And then the bottom of the deck, we have compassion. And this card, or the crystal, is rhodochrosite. Ooh, these words are hard for some crystals. I'm super sorry if I'm butchering that. It's spelled Rhodochrosite. Compassion. That is the last card. So believe in yourself, have that compassion towards self, especially as you are changing and doing things differently. Like, allow yourself to be a little bit more lenient in that aspect and not so rigid on how you're feeling. Okay, so now that we have done those two oracle cards, we're now going to dive into one of my favorite decks. This is, well, it's a deck that I kind of mixed up together because it has my favorite alien astrology decks together. And so we're going to shuffle these and see what we get. Spiritual Council, what is the additional messages in regards to this new moon in Virgo? Thank you. Whoa. Picking those back up because those face down, they were not facing up. I heard yes on that one though, ironically. Okay, what is the messages for this new moon in Virgo? Ebens, that's the first card that I really know that is for you in this reading. If you're an Eben, if you work with Ebens, if you know who I'm talking about, is a starseed energy. That card came out. Ooh, look at that. I said starseed. Look at that. That card flew out. How funny. So we have starseed. We also have Eben. So if you're an Eben, or if you've been working with this type of energy within your own council, that is definitely very beautiful. We have Pisces energy again. So far in this reading, we have Pisces twice. We also have Cancer as well as Taurus. So then we also did get the Pisces energy here. Dreamer, mystical, intuitive, psychic, romantic, artistic, adaptive, as well as empathy. I'm getting for that one. And then I also have Mars here. Mars energy, we've been talking about that throughout this new moon in Virgo. So this Gemini energy of ambition, assertiveness, allowing certain things to come in. I heard no on this one. Any of these? Okay, I heard yes. No, no, yes, no, no, yes. Okay, no, no. We have Leo. So we have Pisces, Leo. They're giving me the energies. Hold on a second. And Gemini, look at that. Okay. So for Pisces, I'm getting Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Chiron, North Node, 1st, 7th, 6th, 8th house. For Leo, I'm getting Sun, Venus, Mars, Uranus. That's it. Gemini. Oh, I just heard all placements for Gemini. Okay. Then we also have conjunction for union. So join forces, working together, merging, enhancing, empowering, combined linked energy. So that may be for someone. Maybe there's a conjunction happening between these energies and alone. Maybe you guys are going to be working together in some capacity. Not quite sure, but that's what the cards are providing us right now, which is very beautiful. So let's see here. What else can we get for you guys? We also have Arcadians. I love it. Arcadians is feeling safe, wisdom keepers, and concern. I feel with that, it's like kind of give your energy that you may be feeling unsure of, like that surrender energy, give it to your family. If you are unsure, wow, I say that in the bottom of the deck, we do have the moon, which is the emotions, following your intuition, family, femininity, reflecting. It's yin energy, the unconscious. I feel like whatever you are feeling concerned about and you're not really sure how to really go about it, please ask your counsel for more assistance. That's it? Okay, Lisa, that's it. Bottom of the deck, we have Vista, Devotion. Spiritual connection, spiritual commitment, self-discipline, and due diligence is the keywords I'm getting for this deck. The cards that came out, again, we have the emotions that came out. It was at the bottom and it literally flew out. So there you go. That's for someone. We also have the Galactic Federation. So if you are a starseed or alien, I feel like some of you guys may get transmissions, or you may be seeing your spiritual counsel, your alien counsel in that aspect. We do also have Tall White, which is the uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. With this, I feel like this is the energy they don't want you to be in, as this new moon is, you know, in relation to you. Like they really don't want you to feel like you're being misled or misguided during this time. Also with the Virgo energy is heavy on just like feeling that distress or being very anal, very critical, not really being in tune to how you're feeling, but being very like judgmental to others as well as yourself. That perfectionism may be heavy for some of you too. You may not really want to dive into your creativity or creative business because you're afraid of what's going to look like, or you're afraid of how it's being presented. So you self-criticize yourself, and that ultimately blocks you from really receiving your true abundance or your true prosperity, or just you being in alignment to you. As I say in that, the card that I'm holding is Pluto, and Pluto is all about transformation. It's all about renewal, destruction, finding the hidden things, the beginnings, as well as the endings, evolution, the intensity, the highs and lows, as well as the core truths. So again, this just feels very heavy on the energy of like, if there is anything that is currently making you feel like you need to surrender, please do. The last card that came out is Earth, and this is lessons. It says reorientation, awareness, your 3D experiencing, nature, stability, practicality, and physical body. Physical body, nature, awareness goes heavy to me with that Virgo energy. So really pay attention to that. Your 3D experience, especially if you are a starseed or you are someone of the alien caliber and you're hearing this, please understand that your awareness to the 3D experience is only that. You don't have to stay in the matrix, or you don't have to feel fearful that you have left the matrix, and which basically means you understand what everything is. There is complexity in everything, and that everything is not real. You're just here to just be here, to uplift in some capacity. And especially if you are noticing that you are starseed, then what is your mission that you were born to do? And it's like, take the time to understand that it's going to take leadership and more like that oomph to sit there and say, okay, I trust my thoughts, I trust my actions, it's meant for me to experience, I'm going to go ham on this, and I'm going to do what I best I can to really allow myself to be in alignment. Yeah, I felt that for someone. The water is delicious. So the last deck we're going to be using is this deck. This is the Cathedral Tarot deck. Like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this episode, we're going to be diving into giving a little bit more context as far as like what to expect or what you are receiving in regards to this. So Spiritual Council, what is the last message for this collective in regards to this new moon in Virgo? The first card that came out is the Six of Wands. And all I'm hearing from this is take initiative and know that what you're doing is creating your ultimate success. Like you are ultimately creating your own success and you're becoming really more in aligned to your energy, that what you really want and how you really want to cultivate it. Know that your hard work is really going to pay off. Know that what you are doing really is allowing yourself to be more in aligned. So the more you are in alignment to that and knowing that you are successful, it just hasn't entered in your reality yet, means that you really need to start taking the chances on yourself and to guard what you really want to manifest and create for yourself. Yeah, the card that came out of that is the Devil in reverse, which really makes sense. You know, if you're allowing yourself to get past those energies of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or that codependency, I have to rely on someone else, I don't have a lot of money, that lack money mindset, like really changing that for yourself. You really are going to be more in tune to what you're feeling and how you're going about it. Now, it's funny that this card, the Two of Cups, is now in reverse as the first card that came out, or which is at the bottom of the deck from the first deck we had here. It is now in reverse, and I feel like those two go together with the Devil in reverse. If this is in relation to relationships, especially since I advise you guys of how the Venus is in opposition of Uranus, there may be some type of realization about the relationships that you're going through, or you realize you need to take a break, and maybe certain things that you thought were going to work out probably will not work out. Be brave in that aspect and know that what you're feeling is what you're feeling, and try to explain it the way that you need to, but allow yourself to let go of things that are not in aligned for yourself. You also then have the Page of Wands, which is really about understanding that if there are certain things you have to let go, let them go and allow yourself to move forward in a way that feels good to you with your ambition, your creativity, and allowing that devotion to self really help you. This devotion to self and really growing brings in the energy of the Queen of Wands, in my opinion, because the Queen of Wands is a boss ass bitch. She does not give a shit. She literally tells and shows everyone how much that her hard work really does pay off. That whatever you may think about me from my past, it really doesn't fucking matter, because I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I'm still a bomb. I'm still a queen. I still create. I still get my money. And anything that you would try to do to try to make me feel that I'm not good enough from my past, it doesn't and will not affect me the way that you are hoping that it will. Especially since there is that black cat at the bottom with her. That black cat represents the subconscious. It represents her fears and her worries. It represents her past, and that's why the cat is in front of her. It's not behind her. She's embracing the fact that she went through all of that, and that's what makes her a bomb ass lady. So whatever it is that you guys may be feeling. Yeah, the card that flew out literally is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Anything that was affecting you that is not in relation to what you want to do, please, by all means, let that shit go. That anxiety that you're bringing up is only bringing up more in your nervous system. And again, Virgo rules the gut. It also rules the nervous energy. So if you're feeling it, tap into that stuff so that you can heal and let it go, and embrace more of that energy towards yourself and what feels good towards you. The three cards that came out faced up on top are the Five of Swords. You then have the Two of Wands, as well as the Tower in reverse. Five of Swords, you already kind of know what it is, and you already know you need to make the decision that's going to be right for you. So allow yourself to be in that relation of that energy. Don't be so fearful about what you need to do and what you need to move forward on, especially when it comes to your thoughts. When I see when I see the Tower in reverse and the Two of Wands, this really tells me that whatever you had to deal with, please allow it to dissipate, because it wasn't meant for you to experience or to deal with in the first place. Like, it was meant for you to let it go so you can move forward in the way that's going to be best for you. It may not be what you wanted. It may not be what you thought. It may not be. But if you're allowing yourself to stay in that kind of like, if it's not working, it's not working. I don't know what else to say. The Tower literally is about that energy. It literally excludes the fact that, if it's not fitting with you, you need to really let it go. And if you're allowing yourself to really let go of those things that don't fit you no more, but then focus what you do want with this Two of Wands, it really is saying that if you're allowing yourself to let go of the past and really stay focused and shift your dreams and aspirations to something else, it's going to help you in a very long term. As I'm looking at my computer, it literally says 44%. So again, that number 44, the number 4, during this Virgo energy, and the 4 degrees on how it's in the moon and the sun and Mars is all 4. That was for somebody in regards to this reading. So pay attention to what your dreams are. Pay attention to what your thing that you want to create, because, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Page of Cups, which is literally about you looking at life from a different perspective emotionally. Through all the little trials and errors emotionally that you went through, you can now look upon your life and how you want to move forward in that direction. But it takes you taking those guts. It takes you really looking at things and saying, I no longer want it and I'm moving in a different direction. So allow yourself to really tap into that. Let's see. Yeah, we also have the Seven of Swords that came out. Seven of Swords is really about people and their ideals that would be thieving or thieves, even your own self with self-sabotage. Really take account of those things for yourself, family. I said that, and the card that came out is the Three of Swords. Yeah, whatever you guys are doing, oh my God. This is why I love what I do. This is why I love what I freaking do. The other card that flew out with that is the Empress. If you're dealing with thieving people, let them go and focus on yourself. If you're dealing with your own self-sabotage, let it go, heal your aspects, and focus on yourself. Do not let other people or even yourself stop you from what you're meant to create, what you're meant to be doing. Yeah. We also have the Six of Pentacles that came out. Like, what you put into your energy, I'm telling you, what you focus on really... I can't with your guys' reading. The card that just flew out is the Nine of Pentacles. I literally just said what you focus on and what grows. You did now have the Nine of Pentacles. What you focus on literally will grow. Queen of Cups, your own emotions. Don't worry about anybody else and anything else that people are doing. It's not for you. Isn't it meant for you? It's meant for you to focus on your own energy. Yeah. Then you also have the King of Swords. Focus on yourself. Check yourself. Five of Cups in reverse. You can't go back to the past, y'all. You cannot go back to the past. It happened. Even now, as I spoke, and we've been in this whole thing for about a good hour, that hour has now passed. I cannot go backwards and try to change it up. It's already been recorded. It's already been displayed in this audio. So the Five of Cups literally says about you understanding that you can't go backwards. So then you're allowing yourself to really focus on what you do want and how you want to build upon that. You can't control it, but you can control how you focus moving forward. I heard a few more cards, and then we're going to be ending with your guys' reading. I heard one more. All right, that's it. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. As I'm saying this, on the clock it says 4:55. Yeah. The number 4 is for somebody. Four of Wands, and this card, it looks like 1111. We have the Ace of Swords upright. We have the Queen of Swords upright. We then have the Well, and then lastly we have the Seven of Wands. Don't get in your own way. Don't allow yourself to dig yourself into a deeper hole. Let go of things that do not fit you during this new moon and focus on the things that do. Especially since the Well, that card is an extra bonus in this tarot deck, and it's all about you cultivating the energy of Earth to manifest. So if that's not literally the energy of this Virgo, I don't even know. But you having your ideas, you speaking your truth, you scripting, you saying affirmations, you flipping the script on how you thinking about things. To me, heavy is with that Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Like, what are you trying to do to change your own mindset and the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you speak to others and how you communicate in general? That is how you change. That is how you move forward. That is how you become more stable. And I swear I said to you that the number 4 is all about stability. It's about manifesting, having your true purpose, being more security bound, more stability for yourself, and being able to receive. Being able to receive. So I hope you guys enjoyed your collective tarot reading. I hope you truly enjoyed the energy of this new moon in Virgo. I'm wishing you guys so much love and light. Please make sure that you are following me on all social media platforms, which would include the YouTube channel, the podcast, as well as Instagram and TikTok. All those links will be down in the description box for you. I would like to give a good shout out to Occult Media for producing this episode and pushing it out into the podcast for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Have a great new moon. And before I go, make sure you guys, if you are really wanting to tap into that femininity and really embrace your true prosperity, the link will be down below to join my Feminine Prosperity Workshop, which will be happening this Friday, the 26th, which is on Venus Day, and it's the day before this new moon. So thank you so much for listening. I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you guys at our next episode. Bye, guys.